Greetings, Olabade Olugbsean. Um, First and foremost, want to give praise to the Most High. Also, shouts out to the spiritual team, and also shouts out to the ancestors, and also shouts out to the higher selves, and salute to the masculine and feminine chosen seed and the collective, all that's willing to be driven to do righteous things. I don't know how long this download gonna be, but I'm gonna just deliver it and move forward. And there's just some messages that people are seeking answers for, as well as answers to the conclusion of things that are done behind the scenes, which are wickedness. And I'm chewing on some gum, so it allowed me to take my time with this thing. So the first thing that the Most High want me to know is that there's a lot of people in the world that want to have all these things. When I say things, meaning things like favor, blessings, good health, peace, and happiness, a good love life. But then you have to ask yourself a question: what time have you spent to really get to learn those things, and how much are you spending time to learn those things? Are you one of those people who quickly jump into things? Are you one of those people who really truly want something but don't truly believe that you deserve it, or that you jealous or envious of other people who may have it? The thing about that is people have to understand that all of us go through things. Some people can just deal with it to the best of their ability than others. I can't say that people are doing it better. I don't think, in my opinion, you can do anything better when you're going through something, because you have emotions, you have those questions that you're asking, the whys, and so forth, so on. But you know, this has addressed a lot of things that people tend to have a problem with. People in general, they have problems with their relatives, friends, even their jobs if they have any, or their hustle, whatever that may be. But also, people have problems with people who stand out. What I don't understand is that people are inspired by people that they choose to like, that has some type of essence that actually inspires them. So the question is, how come someone who's just the ordinary, like the ones that people are interested in, whatever that reason may be, um, have a tendency to like that person with no hesitation, even when they do foul things or foul things are exposed? People got a lot of problems with us because, and maybe even you, because you figure things out. When you got a whole bunch of people going against you, that shit is so unfair, it's crazy. But then all those people who going against you feel that you should suffer, you should fail, but they don't understand that you done failed 1,000 times and some. You just chose to get up. You know what I mean? They don't need to lay it down there. Anybody can do this shit that people think that someone else is outdoing them in some type of way. I've said this before, and I probably said it many times, because you're gonna always find different faces and different people coming around. Is that you're gonna be the best who you desire to be by actually putting in effort versus thinking something should be handed to you. I mean, people shouldn't even want any of that. If you really take a look at people who get things handed to them, or they're rubbing elbows with the wrong type of people, or they're taking shortcuts, that shit don't even last long. Let's just say, for example, hypothetically, they got the car, the money, they got the attention. It can be male or female perspective, right? But then they lack in attitude or self-esteem, or they have anger issues, or they suicidal. See what I'm saying? So that's why it's so important to stay close to the Most High, because you don't have to do those things. And I said before, which some of you guys appreciate y'all coming through, is that A lot of people have a problem with saying that the Most High take too long. Well, where you think you going? It reminds me when I watch people when we in the car, or I'm in the car, they actually rushing to get to a stoplight or they rushing to get to a stop sign to stop. So meaning they're willing to risk their life on the line, not only to hurt themselves, but also to hurt someone else who has kids, who has a family. Even if they don't have any of those things, they have themselves. You see what I'm saying? They're not thinking about that. Even when someone get over intoxicated, it's okay to drink, but when you get over intoxicated, that's when it becomes a problem. Isn't the goal to get to one place and back to the next place? Isn't the goal when you leave your home to get to your home? I mean, excuse me, leave from your home and get to your destination and get back to your home safe. I had to tell somebody that I care about, like, look, you driving fast and crazy, going 70 in a 35 or 40, you got to think about your life. Like, what is you trying to rush to? You can't say no poom poom. You can't say no diggling. Is this is where you need to go and do this thing real fast. So I had to go pick up this money, or I had to go pick up this, etc. I'm just using an example. I had to go get that product, woo, woo, woo. The reality is, you're only going to live one life, man. The only time you're going to be able to be spared, since people don't believe in the Most High, is God. Another name that they call him. Second of all, God, a person may say, well, be sarcastic, right? They may say, like, well, the doctor, he's so good, or she's so good, or they team so good, they wanted to make it happen. If the Most High didn't bless their mind to be in the right mindset, and bless their hands and their patience and their strategic determination to do a good job, out of here. Simple. But some of y'all may not be going through nothing that I talk about. But the reason why I talk about it, because the Most High want me to inform people how blessed you are, how you don't have to really look at whatever you've been through, whatever you may be going through, that it is temporary, and that temporary situation has another sunny day. But you have to believe that. You have to know that. You have to, sometimes you have to put in work to actually get to that point to actually understand what I just said. I appreciate the likes. What's good, everybody? And that you find people comparing and competing with other people that's in worse situations than they are. You know how many wealthy people, for example, wish they can actually have a normal life? Yeah, they got the money. Yeah, they got the cars. They got the houses. Some of them have talked about it, and a lot of them won't talk about it. You know how much stress and pressure it takes to do whatever they choose to do to mislead people, but then also talk about God at the same time. So what that does, that confuses people. They be like, well, dang, he talked about or she talked about God, so yeah, they must be X, Y, Z. Or because when somebody, I'm not picking at Christians, but I'm going to talk about it. Oh, he's a Christian or she's a Christian. That doesn't mean that don't mean that they're righteous with the God or the Most High. All that means is they took on a tradition, and that's what they choose to pursue in their life and actually move forward to connect with the Most High. But I did a video earlier. If y'all would like to go check it out, that you connect with the Most High naturally already. You came from the Most High. So what? Why would we be going outside ourselves to another person who gonna go through things like you are? And I'm talking about the wrong type of person. That all of a sudden you find out that he was doing this and he was doing that, because most he meaning preachers and stuff like that. And then you got mentorships and things like that as well, where people are doing mischievous things behind the scene. Why is people looking up to other people who not doing right? What? Because they got the fast lane things that we call the fast lane. There's people who do the right thing. They got the same thing. They just don't let people know they got it, because they know that people will start plotting against them, start hating against them, and so forth, so on. It's not a secret. They just protecting themselves. I've heard people on my journey, they would say that you very secretive. You like to hide things. There's nothing. to hide, and there's no secret. In all reality, my business is just my business. It has nothing to do with anybody else. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get into this thing. So there's a lot of people at this time, not only for myself, but a chosen seed and the collective, that they want to understand why is it that all that they have done to you behind the scenes that you're able to overcome everything that has been done. We're talking about your relatives, friends, jobs, your neighborhood, even random people that you may think that it's a coincidence that you done got in an argument, or you done got in a fight, or you done been incarcerated temporary or permanently for a short period of time, but then get out of jail while you interacting with people. These people are sent to you. They're sent to you to disrupt your life. So therefore, it can be not only a distraction, but also make you have a lack of faith, and then make you start questioning yourself, like, why does this stuff keep happening? I don't be around nobody, or I'm nice, or I'm genuine, and so forth, so on. You think so many people will be here, like millions of people, but the reason why millions of people are not here is because they're occupied doing something else that's not only productive, but also wasting their time and energy. So energy is siphoned on any and everybody on a day-to-day basis. All of energy is a siphon. So when you having your energy siphoned by something that's low vibrational, you don't have any energy for yourself or any positivity, emotions, or thoughts to actually move forward. Rather, it's in that moment, or you got to recharge moving forward the next following day, or how many days it take you to recharge. But there's just a lot of bad people out here, and that's just what it is. So when you bad, you can get it in mischievous ways and rub elbows with the wrong type of people, and you also can get these things by taking shortcuts, but it don't last long. Then you got the people who get things little by little by being loyal to the Most High and righteous and committed. Questioning the chosen. Why is the chosen always overcoming the obstacles? Is what your enemies want to know. Why is the chosen or the collective is always overcoming the obstacles that we put in their life? Well, the first answer to that question is one, you're doing it. Okay. That's the first answer. The second answer is, why do they deserve to go through something that they're not putting themselves into to go through it? The third one would be, is that majority of the chosen already done paid their karma, then paid for all our sins, and then paid for everything that we've done. And we learned a lesson, not willing to do it, willing not take shortcuts, take bribes, and willing not to rub elbows with the wrong type of people, willing not be demonic or serving demons or serving the devil. You know what I'm saying? We're not willing to slander and gossip. We're not willing to hurt and harm other people and have heartless heart and a heartless mindset. So how can you pick? How can you compare, or why would you compare when you're doing the opposite of what God already tell you not to do? God already God talks to everybody. There's no one can say for official fact that the Most High have never showed them something not to do and say, or go this way and versus that way. I can't tell you how many countless spiritual attacks that's done to me on a day-to-day basis. As I'm speaking and talking now, it's being done. But why? You see what I'm saying? It's not like you know me, but I do understand one thing if I don't understand anything else about a person who think this way and move this way, is that They have demons just like we all have had. A lot of people been doing a lot of spell work, not understanding the consequences, as well as those who understand the consequences and refuse to not do it, but continues to do it anyway. Then expect a chosen seed or whomever they have a problem with or end up having a problem with deserve to deal with consequences, while in the midst of all these consequences, the reality is they put their own self in a situation. You know how many times I had to reflect on the bloodline that called themselves my family? They supposed to be my family. They supposed to have been there for me like I was always there for them. It didn't matter what the situation was, whether it was a positive or a negative. I was there. But then to go through all these years to find out these motherfuckers do witchcraft and these motherfuckers been trying to unalive me, motherfuckers damn set up every situation that I ever experienced. Work, money, love life, health, all of that. That take all of that in my life. Personality, character, slander, gossip, manipulation, emotional manipulation, narcissistic behavior. And I still come out from the grace of the Most High. And of course, my free will still to become a better person. But then you would have people who come and meet me for the first time or meet me several times and have something negative say about me while I'm doing them but being genuine and kind and respectful. None of this that I talk about is fake. I'm not the fake news that people watch on a day-to-day basis that they so anxious to go see. The news only gonna show you what they want to show you. What about the rest of the shit that you have to find out by people talking, by your hearing? You have to look at other different social media platforms just to see the truth. Most people skip it because it's like it's not the norm. People are so attached to the fake shit, they can't even decipher what's real and what's not. The same with a motherfucker that's real, male or female, any race, who's out here talking the truth is looked at, oh, they delusional, yo, they smoke weed, or yo, they must have came out of prison. I heard all kinds of stuff. What about a person come out of prison? Do you understand that all our relatives done been in jail? People in jail in their mind. There's also such thing as a spiritual jail. You know how many of us done been in spiritual jail? You know how many people don't know they in spiritual jail? Instead of people taking time out to learn how to come out of their situation, they rather just spend a lot of time and energy hating on somebody who actually done came out of something that they're stuck in. Bars. I'm gonna say it again. People rather spend a lot of time watching as well as someone telling them how they came out of a situation. They rather spend a lot of time hating instead of learn how to come out their situation. Did any and everything that I especially, now I can speak to the rest of the chosen and other collectives, meaning other people around the world, did it hurt for the things that we went through? The love bombing, the gaslighting, the fake friendships, the people manipulating you. They only deal with you because what they can get from you, the money, rather sex, rather it's energy, your time, your nurturing time, your presence, your support, your help. You damn right it did. Some did it for spite, hoping that it would take people to a demise where it would permanently hurt them because they hurt. Not understanding that people be talking about how God not real brought that person. or those people in their life to help them on their journey so they can actually really truly enjoy their life. I can't say that it's too late because I'm not the most high, but I know if a person truly gonna be committed to the most high, they can enjoy the good fruits as well. So it's easy said and easy done, and there's a lot of tests that comes along with this journey. People think we got it easy. We ain't got it easy. We fighting fucking every day to not go backwards, not to go back, not to do the bad habits that's actually taking you in the wrong direction, not following the crowd that actually leading to nothingness, the crowd that's falling off the cliff. You got so many people out here that's delusional. It's crazy. It's insane. It's scary. Very scary. You know, people doing spells for people not to talk to you. People doing spells for people not to listen to you. People doing spell not to, for you not to be seen. No, about all of that stuff. People doing spells against your body, heart attack spells, mental spells, stagnant spells, jobless spells, homeless spells, blind spells, love spells, curses, hexes, bad luck, bad fortune. Fighting against all of that. Sending demons, people stealing your sex energy, people having sex with you while you sleep. It's violation. People sending, especially these exes, they sending these love songs, but they won't even talk, male or female. They won't even talk to the person they say that they care about. They feel like they're unworthy. Well, there's an opposite word of unworthy. Worthy. Become worthy. Be honest with yourself. Be better. It ain't. It's not hard. Yes, you're gonna fight against the resistance of something, whether it's you or outside forces that don't want you to become this, but you will with repetition. And then after you become it, you're gonna have to fight to not only maintain it, but keep it because people want to take it. They feel like you don't deserve it. But it's only one creator. And people can talk on these social media platforms or even in person how much they honor the most high and this and that and the third. And I've said now as any other time that I continuously to say it. Only person you lying to is yourself. Because the most high watch any and everybody. So the most high know what any and everybody's doing on a consistent basis. Oh yeah, tapping phones, getting in your emails, doing all of that, researching your name and all that to see what they can do humiliation ritual. Like, yeah, look at their record, look at this picture. I've been to jail several times. I'm not ashamed to talk about it. A lot of them times I haven't been to jail based off of me. A lot of times based on somebody else. Envy. I just couldn't put my hand on it. And so what people do is because they feel that because you don't know them personally that they get away with it. God got a way of showing people that any and everything that you do, no weapon formed against that person or those individuals shall not prosper. It shall form, meaning it will and it can happen, but it will not prosper. You know, it's just sad. I'm not gonna give all my energy and time on here because in all actuality, it's only a selector. They got love for me. The rest that's watching me is just people who being told something and also the haters. Is keep peeping to see, have he failed yet? Have he fallen? I failed plenty times and I have fallen. And again, I'm gonna continuously to get up no matter what. And the sad part is my journey has nothing to do with nobody, but people want it to be their business. I'm not asking people about their business. People want to compare. You can't compare. The shit that I've been through or going through and gonna go through, you'll lose your life. Literally. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being funny. And I'm not wishing upon you. A regular person could not survive these things on a mental, spiritual, physical, or a emotional level at all. I don't think people understand what a death spell is. I don't think people understand that the spirit of death is. Like the spirit of death is coming like to get you. There's no if ain't buts about it. There's no please give me a chance. It's no I'm about to call my mom. I'm about to call my dad. I'm about to call my homeboy, my homegirl, or I'm about to spend this money right quick. That's gonna save me. When the spirit of death come for you, there's only one can save you, and that's the Most High. You see what I'm saying? The spirit of death would take other people off and around you for the fucked up shit you do to other people. Did y'all know that? Did anybody know that the spirit of death would take people that you care about because nothing's happening to you? I've seen it. And then a person say, well, ain't nothing happening to me. But everybody that you care about or things that you want, you can't even get it because of the fucked up shit you're saying or doing. Not only to other people, but to yourself. You don't believe and think that you deserve blessings, you got to break those curses. All our family, I don't give a damn if it's Donald Trump, Barack Obama, whoever. Everybody's family been cursed. They said, well, damn, if their family been cursed, how he become the president? He rubbed elbows with people. I'll keep it simple that way. The question is, did he rub elbows with the right people or did he rub elbows with the wicked? And only God is the judge to judge it. And you could pick anybody else. You could pick a celebrity, or artist, or a professional player, whatever. Well, what did they do to get there? Everybody want to be so big, but why? Why do people want to be so big? Don't you know it come with a lot of hate and a lot of tension? It's draining. Hasn't it enough celebrities and the other people have shown you that it's very draining, it's very chaotic. They're actually being puppet controlled. They can't even get their money unless they get permission. And anything that they get, they have to pay for it. They're fronted to them. If y'all don't know what fronted, that means I give you something, then you pay me later. There's other terms you can use, but I'm just saying, everybody want to be a star, but they don't want to do the right thing. And what the misconception has been that people think that all these people that's been in front of us for however long, because we all been born many different times on this planet, is that they really living it up. A lot of them stealing money, a lot of them doing fraudulent activities, scamming, a lot of sexual behaviors and shit like that. That's why I learned as a kid that I wasn't gonna look up to other people because I had this feeling, but I couldn't explain it at the time. Now as an adult, I can explain it. Why would I want to look up to somebody else that I don't know what they're doing on a day-to-day basis? But listen to this part. Why would I empty me to give all of me to somebody else but forget about me? This is something that we have to learn about jobs, making money with people, relationships, spending time and energy with people, and spending time and energy in any and every person, place, or thing. Because you're giving all your time and energy to the television, right? For example, another example, while you doing all that, they making money. While you spending time just watching, not making no money. But there's event gonna come up, meaning a bill gonna come up, or there's something that you want to do, but you're not spending time out figuring out how to make it, that money, or how to be comfortable financially. People think you gotta be rich to get comfortable. No, you just need to understand financial literacy for one. You need to have some discipline for two, and then number three, you need to have a plan. And number four, you need to execute it, no matter what, no matter how many times the motherfucking shit stop in your life in that moment for you to be like, damn, this shit's just not working. If it's not working, add something or take something from it. Be a problem solver, not a problem creator. Us being stressed out or creating problems in our life is not going to solve shit. You got people like, well, I want to do what he doing or she doing. No, do what you doing because you haven't even tapped into it. I said, tap into what? Your gifts, your talents. You ignoring it. Never want to be, never in your life ever want to be like somebody else. I'm gonna definitely hope nobody ever want to be like me because I done had to go through all this shit to get to who I am now, and still gonna have to go through shit, and still strive to maintain it because people don't want me to have it. I don't have a mother. I don't have a father. I don't have a little brother. I don't have an older sister. Why would you want my spot? I've been falsely accused of many things. I've been betrayed 1,000+ times. I'm going to be consistently hated. Why would you want my life? I've been through different type of sicknesses. Why would you want my life? Because you got it easy. No, the fuck I don't. Well, you make it look easy. No, I just know how to go heal what people don't want to do. I'm giving people gems and they just like, I'd rather just go over here and watch the things that I consistently watch. I like drama. You're not talking about drama. You're not talking about fucking people up, and you're not talking about sexual things, and you're not talking about how you want to bust something down and how you got busted down last night, and you're just boring. Hmm. So if everything else that people paying attention to, right, it's so exciting, how come they complaining about it? If everything that other people are doing that is wicked, is so exciting, so ambitious, why motherfucker losing their life? Why they on the news? Why they in a damn orange jumpsuit? Why they even getting talked about? Why they losing everything that they actually earned in whatever way they earned it? Apparently, must have learned earned it in the wrong way. Why? I can get tired of people doing witchcraft. I can get tired of saying some of these things. I can get tired of this and that and the third, but it don't matter how tired I get, I still gotta say it, no matter what it is. Regardless of how many people not gonna pay attention, not gonna listen, not gonna support in whatever way, all the shit is free. That's what's so crazy. Ain't like I put my cash out like, yeah, drop that money. You know what I'm saying? Talk to you crazy. Yo, it's your boy. Olabade Olugbsean, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, share, and follow. Blah, blah, blah. Being a hype man, I'm not. I can be a hype man, but that's being fake. I'm just being me. A lot of people won't see it now. They may have time to come back later. What I will say, you're only gonna live one life. You're not guaranteed not 1 second that we breathe, and you have to make the best of everything. But in order to get rid of negativity, you gotta release that shit and let it go. There's a lot of different tools and stuff like that. Maybe people can find me as their mentor or a spiritual guide. I am a spiritual teacher. That's what it is. And no, I don't be teaching a lot of spiritual stuff on here because I know there's people who do wicked shit with it. And I know people are not committed. When I see commitment, then if the Most High want me to actually deliver that information, then I do so. But until then, I have stalkers, gang stalkers, people just watching. And they can't stop watching because God put them in place to watch, to see the truth, to see those facts versus them making up all these lies that they done told for so long. But these would be the people, if you was to come around them, they would act like everything is good. They would have never had no problem. They didn't say this, they didn't say that. But in all reality, they just think you don't know, but you know. That's why you keep distance. But anyway, this is Olabade Olugbsean. There's most definitely much to say. I think this is good enough. Hope all is well. May y'all be blessed. And that's for those who wish blessing upon me. Till then, I'm up out of here.